Hello there. All right, we're looking at my indoor shelf here. Quick look here. Really what I want to focus on are the ATSTs. Now, Hasbro put out this fantastic vehicle a while back in the Legacy collection. It's been re-released a couple of times. You can see I have two different versions up here. But they all have a bit of a flaw, and as they don't quite stand correctly. Luckily, a friend of mine over on Jedi Defender, Jesse, came up with a fix and put up a tutorial. And I figured I'd do a video tutorial on how to fix it. I've already fixed the one on the right, so I'm going to focus on this one on the left, and I will show you how to do it. And that's coming up right now. Okay, so here I am, my little makeshift workbench here, and really all you're going to need for this tool-wise is you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to need some kind of pin. I have a small nail here, and I'll show you what that's used for. There's like this pin right here you're going to have to kind of pop out. And then all you need are two 5/16. These are external lock washers. You can use internal or external. These just happen to be external. I got these at Home Depot. They're like 75 cents each for a pack of two, which is great because you need two for each ATST that you have. But so there you go. And I'll just put that over the side now. First off, I will. What the joint that we're going to put those in is this one here. So it's the one just above the feet. This is the one that seems to collapse the most. The other thing I'm going to do after I put the line washers in is I'm going to tighten the screws in these here just to give them a little more. But I guess you could probably, I haven't taken that one apart to see if you could also use this trick there to make those joints stiffer, but just tightening the screw on those seems to work fairly well. So first thing I'll do is I'll just show you how to take it apart. So it's just removing this screw here, and take your time just to make sure you don't want to strip the screw. So make sure you have the right size Phillips head, and like I said, just be patient, take your time. There's no reason to rush. Oh, okay, so the screw's out. I'm just going to put it to the side. Here, I'll show you real quick. It is a very small screw, but we'll just put it to the side for now. And now, I'll take this nail. I'll show you from this angle here. That you push it in the hole, and this part will pop out. You need this. Okay, so that just comes out. We'll put it to the side and drop it out, and now you can remove this lower part of the leg. I want to show you this. This is this small piece in here. This little gear. Make sure you know which way you're lining it up when you're putting it back in there, because this pin that goes in the leg, if you notice here, there are two little guides on the side there, protrusions, and they fit in. Excuse me. These fit in this smaller end here. So you're going to make sure when you line it back up, as you can see here, there's the hole on the opposite side from where the leg goes in, where that pin goes in. You can see when you put it in here, you'll want to line up this, you'll want to line up this thin portion here with the thin portions here. There's the little guides for that plastic pin, for lack of a better term. And that's also the screw goes into that. All right, so basically what you're going to do is take this and put it against this. You can go on the inside or the outside, it doesn't matter, but just put it along there, and it's gonna go in here. And sometimes it's pretty tight, so just Again, don't force anything. You know, pry it a little bit and then just kind of go in there like that. And then just make sure that it's lined up correctly. I can't tell. Let me double check it here. And then this, just go back in and screw from the other side. Sometimes you just move it around a little bit. It'll fit in there better. Again, just take your time. Let me just... Sometimes you can take, this gear does come out, I'll show you, and it doesn't matter if it comes out, because it might fall out on you, but then just put it in like that. Like I said, there's this little gear here. This is how it notches into place. Like this, maybe I can put it in there like that. And now this should go in. Yeah, there we go. It was off by a notch. So now it goes in. Put the screw back in on this side. A little difficult when you're filming it, but again, just take your time, line it up. Man, if we just lay it flat, that might be a little easier. All right, so now we'll just screw it back into place. You'll feel it tightening up. Make sure that that pin goes in all the way. And that's it. Now you'll notice it's a much stiffer joint now, which is what you want. You want it to be able to hold the weight of the top. And then again, like I said before, I'll just tighten this one a little bit. Doesn't take much. It'll just stiffen the joint up a little bit more. All right, so now I'm going to pause and I will do the other leg and come back and show you how well it worked. All right, so I finished the other leg and I've tightened this joint again. And now we're going to stand her up. As you can see, it's standing just fine. No, not having to balance it at all. It sits very well, or stands very well, I should say. that works real. It's a nice fix, and also it'll hold the weight. I put in my 2 drivers here. I'll hold them as well. So it's got the weight of the 2 figures in there. It's got its chin gun, and it's standing just fine. And if you can, I'll bring it up here to look. You can see the washers in there just ever so slightly. Not a huge deal. You got to really kind of be looking for it. And I'll show you that these still move. You know, they will still, you know, it still has all its posability. But now the joints are strong enough that it will stand. There. So now, you know, it'll stand properly like you see it in the movies or in Rogue One and all that. So it's an excellent, easy fix. And now let's put her back on the shelf. So now you can see both of them up there. Again, they're both crewed. I always have all my vehicles have a crew complement in them, or you know, all the ships have pilots. That's the way I like to display them. And so you can see that they're standing more movie accurate, and they're not balanced leaning against the wall. So I have a little more discretion on how I set up this shelf, because I might rearrange it and have a battle scene in here at some point. I'm waiting. We get that new Leia Endor figure coming out that's been announced, and that's how it's a nice look. So I will put a link to the thread in Jedi Defender where we put for the step-by-step instructions on this that Jesse did, and there's some great photos in there as well, so it might help you if you're going to try to do this in the future. Like I said before, take your time. There's no rush and doing it. Just better to do it careful and do it correctly the first time. You know, you're dealing with plastic and metal here, so you don't want to break anything. Just take your time and just go slow, and it's an easy fix. And that's all I have for now. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd really like to hear feedback on this one, if you tried it and it worked, or if you're, any kind of problems you might have had that I didn't have. Other than sometimes the little plastic pin is a little stiff getting out, so another thing you want to be careful of. But I'd like to hear your experience if you tried it, and like I said, so please comment below. Thanks a lot, and may the Force be with you.
Remember, the Force will be with you always. The Force will be with you.